How you guys doing? um, I want to talk about something that kind of I've been wanting to do, but didn't really get to really. Um, it's kind of insane. A woman got exposed for she got exposed uh, for claiming to be a black chick, but she was really a white chick, and it makes no sense on at all, because if you look at Shaun King, that dude, okay, that dude, um, the dude the dude got called out on a lot of shit. I mean, he got called out on a lot of shit. So hold on here. Go. Swimming is inactive. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, here goes. Well, I want to bring out something here that it's kind of funny how I remember that white dudes try to act black. You know, they that the term wigger is like insane. You know, but it's how corny how people can get to pretend something that they're not. You know, really, really corny. It has nothing to do with race or anything like that. You know, it's just that when you look at hip hop, it was mainly pointed at the black demographic, because hip hop came out when you had the song by the Sugar Hill Gang, or what's it called, Rapper's Delight, back in the late '70s. It was a big hit, and everybody liked it. You know, it had a big pop to it. You know, and it traveled on. There were different genres of rap, of hip hop, and Eminem, and the Beastie Boys, but they weren't pretending. But I'm talking about regular people. Someone who's not in hip hop and like that. Who's not into the. It's mainly that. Now, George Carlin made a point in one of his shows. He made fun of white guys himself, and Carlin was white himself. How guys who shoot their heads, you know, kind of look like a circumcised dick. Because the black guys started first, but they started the trend. They started it themselves. They started it. But it wasn't until years later that the white dudes are doing it. Like, what the fuck, man? And now, you see white cops doing it. White cops doing it. Bald cops look like circumcised dicks with badges and a costume. Now there was an actress and a singer. Wasn't an act like she's an actress, but she's more of a B class actress and shit like that. So, you're ringing. But kind of thinking, like, you know, why do you want to pretend something you're not? Okay, you know, like what got me to do this was that seeing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at Al Sharpton's event, that guy's event, um, she really embarrassed herself. Okay, embarrassed herself and shit. So, and like Hillary did it back in '08, and I'm like, why do you gotta act like that, you know? And you got now you have well, before AOC you had Sean King. The dude's white, man. The dude's a white dude. The white dude. And he started having this story. Well, my mom's white, my dad's black. No, dude, both, dude. When the story about the guy came out, it got blown out of wide open, dude. I mean, this guy was like, I mean, the guy. I mean, I could trim my mustache like that and shave my head and kind of, but, dude, I'm half Mexican. Okay, look. Shut up. Get in the house. Get in the house. Crazy ass dogs. Hey, go on. Hey, go on. Get in the house. Come on. Go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. In the house. Come on. You too. You too, Tooth. So, I mean, it's funny how people try to claim one thing when they really are the other. And it boggles the mind a little bit, you know. It boggles the mind. You know, you had this lady that was got her hair, put on enough makeup to look like she's either a person of color or half that, half woman of color. No, would. But I think that if you understand is that I'm thinking that there might be some kind of, we call it some kind of, now I can understand if there was a biracial between, if the person or individual was half black, and they kind of get into that root of really, for example, you know, during the time of Thomas Jefferson, he had fell in love with Sally Henning, and they had 6 kids together. 6 kids. And did he love her? Yeah, he did. I think he did. 6 beautiful kids together, and one of the children was enough. The skin pigmentation was enough where he could pass for white. And but history can throw you a curveball. History can throw you a curveball. But we're not talking about that. If you look at Sean King, if you look at that gal who was called out. I mean, she's a white chick, straight up white chick, and claims to be black, you know, and even the black people are saying, "Bitch, you're white." And it was funny. She got some like kind of like grilled stuff made for her teeth, like. And she was singing along with this one song, and she couldn't fucking sing with the damn tune. She sounded like she sounded like she was killing a neighbor's cat. I mean, uh, she sounded like she could kill someone. She sounded like she could kill a neighbor's cat. The way she was singing, you know. I mean, or like the way she was singing, she could drive a drunk guy sober. Like, I'm drinking this shit. Fucking, I'm going sober. And you know, like fuck. Um, it is so fucking insane that when you know, back in the mid to late '90s, you had black guys wanting to date black chicks because they thought, no, hey, if 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 a white woman can date a black guy, I could date a black woman. Okay, but they tried to dress all goofy, all all goofy. I mean, all goofy and shit. You know, I'm like, if I pull that off, or even try to, I would be out to be a fucking idiot. And I mean, it is just that sometimes you got to stop and understand that nobody's going to take you seriously. You know, I mean, it's that I've dated a black chick for a brief time. She was pretty cool, really cool, and it's just pretty cool, really cool, and really cool, and she was fun to hang out with. Really cool chick, and but we're here talking about people like Shaun King, and it's all her name. She got caught. She got exposed, and she was booted as president of the NAACP. And then this actress really tried to fuck up a culture. I mean, tried to really screw up a culture that I mean, it's just that times have changed, but people are getting stupid. Okay. Now, the one thing that did bug me, I mean, really bugged me about Shaun King is that he claimed to be a journalist. No, the guy's an asshole. Okay? The guy's an asshole. And there's a shooting of a little girl, a young black girl. Sad. It's very sad. And what pissed me off was that he claimed it was a white guy. Now, I ain't defending anybody that would kill a child, okay? But when the story got debunked that it was two black guys that killed this child, and a drive-by, Shaun King still held on that story that it was a white guy that killed this little girl. And when he got called out for it, he still held out on that story. And how he got the story anyway, he tried saying, oh, it was a white guy that shot the girl. No, it was two black guys that or doing a drive-by shooting. Now that's what I don't get, okay? What I don't get. Why all of a sudden these drive-by shootings? Why do you want to kill somebody? I mean, I watched a couple videos on Biggie and Tupac, and I'm like, why is it that rappers are dying? Like with Nipsey Hussle, the guy was very influential. I mean, come on, the guy was helping the community, but it's like it seems that there was a lot of enviness, vindictiveness, something sinister that it did bug me because when like the young rapper XXXTentacion, he was shot and killed by two fellow rappers and robbed. Why? Why do you want to shoot somebody when they're just starting a career where that's peaking? It's because someone's jealous. I mean, Tupac and Biggie, they were big back in the day. Even in their deaths, they're still big because people are still playing their songs. They're still playing their tunes. There are a lot of rappers in this world. Enjoy making music, writing lyrics to their tunes, and I mean, what's up with this rapping murder type shit? I mean, look at Jam Master Jay of Run DMC. The guy was a producer. He was producing young talent in his neighborhood studio. Why do you gotta kill each other over what? Some say it was the Illuminati that killed Eazy. Some people saying that, oh, the Illuminati took out Biggie and Tupac. The Illuminati had nothing to do with Biggie's death or Tupac's death. It was within the rap community, hip hop community. Because rappers were dying. I mean, Eazy-E died of AIDS. It's like that. Then all of a sudden, Suge Knight comes on Jimmy Kimmel says, "Well, they got this thing called they take blood from someone that had AIDS and they just the Eazy-E thing." And people are like, did he just say what I just think he just said? Yeah, he did. It's like grunge. A lot of big studios got into the grunge rock scene because they're thinking dollar signs like hip hop. It's mostly old white dudes that see talent in young black dudes doing rap, hip hop, and the old white dudes are thinking, all right, let's do this. Let's make them some money, but also let's make some money ourselves, but get a bigger cut. Get a bigger cut, if you know what I mean. But it's always the white dudes, old white dudes, that are into the game that they know nothing about. They don't know street culture like black guys do, and even Hispanic rappers do. And these are the oligarchy dudes, oligarchy white dudes that buy and kind of get into it because they think, okay, let's do this. Let's get into the rap. let's get into the rap scene and kind of make money off these young rappers. Really. See, one of my favorite rappers when I was growing up was Public Enemy and NWA and Run DMC and the Beastie Boys. And I remember one of my favorite historical moments is when you got Run DMC and Aerosmith. They were the first rock rap. They started it all. Yeah, they started it all. Then you had Anthrax and who else was it? Anthrax and Public Enemy. That started they were the second. A decade later, that did the rock rap thing. They did the video, and it was pretty good. And if you ever played SmackDown vs. Raw '06, you would hear that song on that game. And this was like 13 years ago when THQ was involved with making the SmackDown vs. Raw games until about 2011. Until 2011, they did for about 5 years. There was the SmackDown vs. Raw 06, 07, 08, 09, 10, 11. Then at right 12, it was 2K12 to 2K19. It was like the whole going, but but it's a good genre. But what does bug me is you got it started in the mid to late '90s, like you had white dudes starting to act black. They 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 get the slangs wrong. It's like you got these dumbass white boys try to act black, but what bugs me is that they try to copy the slang, the words. Couldn't pronounce it correctly, but black people can because they have that certain dialect. The way they say sorry, the way they say the words that at a certain dialect, a certain way, that white dudes have a hard time even pronouncing. But you have to really listen to the words enough to actually catch on. But when you hear a white dude try to act black and saying the N word, oh no, 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 oh man. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that, man, because you would end up in the infirmary for a long fucking time. Because you say that, they're going to give you a beat down like crazy and shit, man. I mean, I've heard Latinos say it, but nothing happens there. For what I know, but I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say it because I find that word N word distasteful. Distasteful because now if a black dude call a black dude the N, that's something between them. Okay, between them. Okay, but if you're a white dude that says the N word, don't do it. Don't, because I tell you what, I've seen a couple of white dudes say it and get their ass handed to them big time. I'm surprised Sean King doesn't say it and get his teeth knocked down his throat, where he needs to, or he needs to take a toothbrush up his ass just to brush him. You know, I mean, it's like, I mean, if you're white, you're white. But the thing is, you got to understand, you are embarrassing yourself big time. Look, I come from a I come from a marriage that's mixed. My mother's Caucasian, my dad's Mexican. I may look white, but I'm half white, half Mexican. You know, I'm proud of my heritage, my Hispanic and Caucasian heritage, because you learn from your family tree who your ancestors were, and you begin to understand what they did after you learn throughout history of what they did. Um, but I'm talking about three people that really embarrass themselves after getting called out for being stupid. You know, what bugged me about it is that, you're one race trying to act like another when dude, you are absolutely embarrassing yourself. Okay? Embarrassing yourself. I mean, you gotta wake the fuck up here, man. Straight up. I mean, you gotta realize it's not gonna be good for anybody. I mean, you got to think very hard, very, very hard. I like to act who I am. I'm who I am, what I am. Look, I'm nobody. Just a guy with a smartphone, streaming this, and being honest. Being honest here. I mean, it's just that. Oh shit, my head fell on the floor. I mean, sometimes you got to really think, um, really, really hard. I mean, now, for example, about Sean King again, the guy got called out. He got called out. I mean, he got called out big time. And he tried, after getting caught, he tried to explain in a dumbass way, and he got hired by the Young Turks. The Young Turks, the turds in the punch bowl. So I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, like, why are they hiring this guy? This guy has no credibility. No credibility at all whatsoever. He got called out. Yeah, he got called out. And totally embarrassed himself. He embarrassed himself on live TV. Even that lady who got caught, people thought she was black. People thought for a longest time she was a black woman. No, she was white. Her family exposed her as being a fucking white chick. Okay. She dyed her hair black. She put all this makeup on her face and shit. I'm like, man. tanned up enough. I'm like, man, this woman is fucking nuts. She got booted as from her position as president of a NAACP chapter. I'm like, man, what are these people coming? What are they thinking? By the way, and then you have some dumbass actress, skinny bitch, white skinny bitch, by the way. If you would see her videos on YouTube and fucking Facebook and shit, I'm like, man, this bitch is fucking nuts, dude. And she was in her car. She all this. She had she had her fucking grill like this, the stuff that she in her mouth, and she could not I'm surprised nobody threw a brick through her fucking window. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You couldn't sing this thing. I mean, this chick could not even hit a note. Sing along with a fucking note. I'm like, what the fuck? And also, all right, go. And you got and then just the other day, you had AOC at a Al Sharpton event. I'm like, man, this woman's gonna fuck up big time, and she did. She fucking did. She got. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez really fucked up. She pulled a Hillary. Plus, she says, I'm a new Hillary. No, bitch. No. Hillary had 35 plus people murdered on her fucking watch, okay? On her watch. Hillary had a total of nearly 40 plus people dead on her death list. And, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is not the next Hillary. No. Nobody can touch Hillary. Even if they had a strap-on or double dong, nobody could touch Hillary, okay? Politically, they would need a 30-year, like, a double dong that's 30 years long, okay? Just to reach her. Oh, no. You have the freshman class of Congress with women just fucking going stupid, going full retard and shit. So, but Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez just like she got fucking called out. Okay, if you're going to an event where there's a lot of black people, do not pull that shit. Okay, do not pull that at all. You will become the laughing stock. You become just a butt of every fucking joke for the next whatever, for the rest of your life, and that would be over your fucking head until the day you fucking die. Okay, this is straight up bullshit of what she did. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, it's all nuts. Okay. Now these days you see a lot of white dudes, especially cops, shaving their domes, man, looking like a circumcised dick with a badge. They shave their fucking heads. A lot of them look like circumcised dicks driving patrol cars. So I mean, because back in the mid to late '90s, George Carlin had a show, and he talked about this. Talked about how white guys are shaving their heads to look like black guys. Because the black guys started the bald thing first, before the white guys did. And he said to the white guys, do what I did. Wait a while. Because and George Carlin makes a lot of sense on a lot of issues. And the FBI has a dossier on George Carlin, as they did with Lenny Bruce. And so, if you listen to George Carlin, he's making a lot of sense on certain issues. Social, political, all kinds of shit. And here's a comic that made you laugh and think. On the way home, after the show, people will leave and kind of driving like, huh. And he exposed a lot of shit. The FBI had a dossier on Carlin. Because he did a show on the Ed Sullivan Show before Ed Sullivan passed away, where he talked about how Muhammad Ali lost his championship belt, because Muhammad Ali was the greatest of all time. Still is. And he talked about how the boxing commission, the WBC, took the belt away from him because he wouldn't go and kill people, because they want him to kill people. And he said no. So the WBC took the belt away from him. And he talked about how he would rather beat people up in the ring than kill people. That I do agree, because you know what? If you don't want to shoot anybody because you know what? They did nothing to you. Hey, look. I would rather AWOL. I would rather AWOL until the war's over. Because after a certain amount of time, they can't touch you once you AWOL. If you go to Canada, you're good for a while until the war's over. Then when the war's over, they came home, because once the draft was abolished, you're good. You're good. Because there was a certain stature of limitations on AWOLers. It wasn't that they weren't cowards. They just like, no, look, I'm not going to go over there and kill anybody, because they did nothing to me. Simple as that. But if you volunteer, that's a different issue there. So Muhammad Ali lost his belt. He's a 3-time champion. He ended up not going to Vietnam. He didn't go. Because here's the thing. A lot of people didn't like the draft. The draft was like, you had to go. If you didn't go, you're going to go to jail. You're going to go to prison for a certain amount of time until the war's over. Well, I'd rather be in jail.
Knowledge is free. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
Hello?
Some damn fucking phone call, some goddamn crap. What the fuck? Well, people didn't want to kill anybody over in Vietnam. Um, the one thing that really pissed me off in history is that, you have people that volunteered to fight, volunteered to fight for our country back in the day, and the Tuskegee Airmen were the best pilots ever. They outflew, they shot down more planes than their white counterparts. A lot of them become aces. But what our government did was really fucked up. It wasn't until the mid-70s that the black soldiers were injected with syphilis. And it was a study that they were being guinea pigs, and none of them had kids. Syphilis would make a person sterile. And the founder of Planned Parenthood did not want black people to procreate and have kids. It's just that it's really not. It does piss a lot of people off when they learn this and hear about it. It does. It pisses off a lot of people now, even now, just hearing about it, just learning about the history and shit. But now, there will always be racism in the military. There will always be racism in any job you do. Depends on where you work, I guess. I don't know, but I don't like it. When Thomas Jefferson said all men were created equal, he meant everybody. Everybody was created equal. Not just white men. All men were created equal. Even black men, black people, Hispanic people, Asian people, Arabs. We were all created equal. And we were. But there's people that would disagree. And I would say, fuck you, you're wrong. We're all created equal, but there's a few that were treated horribly, badly. The Jews, the black people, Native Americans were all treated horrible. Even the Hispanics. I mean, nowadays you can't walk down the street without getting stopped. The one thing that does bug me is that you see a lot of white cops going into black and Hispanic neighborhoods just to mark their territory. Because they, in their minds, they're thinking, well, it's us against them. No, motherfucker. You're thinking the wrong fucking way. You're thinking of what was drilled into your fucking head in the academy. And not everybody's a bad person. There are a lot of good people in this world, and you, the one with the badge, you are the minority. You treat people like they don't exist. You stop somebody for what? They could be leaving their home and walking down the street to the grocery store, mind their own business. All of a sudden, you stop them. You want to frisk them. Why? Well, we need quotas. Fuck your quotas. Take your quotas and shove them up your fucking ass. Now, I watched the footage on the Black, the Cop Watch channel. And this guy was in his truck. He was an insurance adjuster. New as shit. Newest stuff. And the chief said, arrest him for obstruction. See, cops do not know what that term means. Obstruction of justice. Obstruction of what? If you're a dumbass cop, you gotta know what that term means. Okay? This guy stood his ground big time. But the vice chief said, charge him and arrest him for obstruction. Fuck that shit, dude. Fuck that shit. Just because a guy who knows his rights, and if you're a chief of police, understand that you took an oath when you were a cop. You took an oath to the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, you stupid badge-wearing cockmonger. You cops took an oath. You need to learn the laws better. Because when you tell somebody that you know the law better than that person, you're lying out your fucking fat ass. You don't know the law. 15 to 20% of cops do not know the fucking law. Learn the law. Learn the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, you cocksuckers. Because 20% of you do not know the law as you think you do. Because you assume, well, I got a badge and I can tell you what to fucking do. Bullshit, motherfucker. They pay your fucking salary with their tax dollars. Bitch. They pay your fucking tax dollars. And you're going to arrest a person for knowing their rights? A person like that is not going to bow down and lick your scrimmy your fucking boots. You're all pissed off because nobody is bowing down to your authority, because your authority can kiss my ass. Can kiss our ass. If somebody knows their laws, know the rights and shit, you do not need to be a lawyer to know your rights and to know the law. Because if a person knows their rights and the laws, you have dropped down and became their bitch. Because you're going up against somebody that knows the rights, which makes you butt hurt. So what happens? You go to your little right here, and you call for backup because you're getting butt hurt. You're getting embarrassed because you're not winning this war of knowledge, because you're losing it because you have the logic of stupidity and shit. So there are good people that do know their rights, and there are some that don't know their rights. That they have rights. Learn your rights. Learn the Constitution. Understand the Constitution. Because if you get stopped by a cop, for whatever reason that they're going to make up and shit, they're doing it for one reason: quotas and more money and revenue for their department. That's all it is. It's all about revenue, revenue, revenue. Quotas, quotas, quotas. It's all it's about these days. But when an officer stops somebody for knowing their rights, knowing the laws, that's a brick wall to them. So when they cannot go through that brick wall, they gotta call for backup to bust through that wall. And yet, even backup won't help, won't work, because the mind over brains over brawn. Anybody with a brain can outsmart a guy with outsmart a person with brawn. Oh yeah. Very simple. Very, very, very simple. Very simple. You have to know the Constitution. You have to know the Bill of Rights. Knowledge, man. You have knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You have knowledge. Knowledge. Sometimes you gotta learn that knowledge. There's a constitutional app on your tablet and your smartphone. Read it. Read the Constitution. Read the Bill of Rights, because you have rights. Don't just say it. Exercise them. Let the cop know you have a First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, Seventh Amendment, Eighth, Ninth, 10th Amendment right to the Bill of Rights. And you can exercise your First, your Second, your Fourth, and your Fifth Amendment right. But mainly your First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. See, law enforcement do not like the Fourth Amendment. If a group of officers go into your house without a warrant, but when you ask for one and they tell you that they don't need it, bullshit. Even a lawyer would tell them, look, you need a warrant. Because a no-knock raid, it's unconstitutional. You need a warrant. You need a warrant. Search for this thing or this. It has to be a particular search warrant. You just cannot bust in someone's house and there's no warrant. You need a warrant. Like a arrest warrant. There's a warrant for your arrest. Same as that. But a search warrant, you need a search warrant as a cop. As a cop, you need a search warrant. But if the cop says, well, I don't need it, they're lying to you. They're breaking the law themselves. But of course, they'll get away with it because they always fucking do. Why? Because they all stand in a circle, jerking each other off. That's called a circle jerking. Simple as that. Yeah, there are good cops, but the bad ones make them look like shit. So if you're about 20% of the cops that don't know the law, read the Constitution, you stupid fuck. Yeah. Read the Bill of Rights, you stupid fuck. Before you put on that fucking badge, read the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, you stupid motherfucker. Alright? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am good old Grandmaster Evan here. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video. And if you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and hit the bell for notification. And if you got this transmission, again, if you got this transmission, you are the resistance. Remember, I'm Grandmaster Evan. Knowledge is free. And if you ain't down with that, we got 3 words for you. Go fuck yourself. Peace out. I'm Revan. You're not. Fuck you. I'm out.